I'm sorry I got cut off once again, but I said too much in order to repeat myself for that. This is actually a Vietnam War memorial for students of the university who died in the conflict. My dad actually went 3 times to Vietnam after he decided to stop going to school, and the draft was pretty quick in those days, because within, I think, 6 or 8 weeks of his deciding not to go back to school, they had him drafted. Anyway, I was talking about how it's more sensible to stay home and go to a less glamorous school. It depends on what your goals are. If you are like me and you just wanted a bachelor's degree in anything, and who cares how you get it, but still you want something somewhat reputable, this is the ideal kind of school for you. You definitely want, if you are not a super competitive person and you're not a party animal or needing a huge social platform, a smaller university is a good place to go, at least the first time around, before you transfer to somewhere else. And when there is a tighter student to teacher ratio, obviously that gives you more incentive to perform well, and you can gradually expand your marketplace into something more competitive that you'd find at a big university. This is the Student Union building, which I haven't been in for about 1.5 years. It's always quite abandoned, and I would take you in there, but there's quite an echo under normal circumstances, and I really just don't want to draw attention to myself today. Quite expansive here. I can say that having taken that path, it really afforded me the ability to travel a lot more and stay out of debt above all. People do not realize that how far-reaching the effects of the decisions that you make early on can have residual effects. So, for instance, not everybody has that option to stay at home, but I did learn something from a lady that I taught in Korea, not with, but around quite a bit. She said that whenever you go somewhere or go to see somebody, you really have to have something to offer them, because you want people to associate your appearance with good luck or more prosperity coming toward them. So while you don't, oh, that's International House. While you don't want to just be throwing gifts at people indiscriminately, you do need to be bringing value to the table every time that you have some kind of interaction with people. And with that in mind, you're better off if you give your parents some kind of financial incentive to keep you at home while you're studying, or you can work out some kind of a deal where you're getting reduced rent in exchange for tasks at home, because in their home rather, because this if you pay rent to an apartment or into some kind of housing that you have no stake in terms of it gaining value or building equity over time, you're just throwing money away, and you're not strengthening your network in any way either. What you ideally would do is have it go to a friend or relative or something like that, so that eventually that value has the opportunity to return to you. I think that even though I missed out on some of the excitement with undergrad by staying closer to home, it kept me, like I said, out of debt, and I was able to travel more. And then also you're under less pressure. So if you don't end up making any money off of your degree, you're not in such a horrible bind. And also I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase it. You're less stressed while you're doing everything that you're doing, so you have more time to work and also build wealth in that way. Yeah, a lot of friends that I met in Vancouver and elsewhere had some serious problems securing their financing later on while they were there. And a lot of that had to do with federal loans, because the schedule for some of those programs can be very at the whim of bureaucratic process. And so, personally, I don't think that you should ever leave the network that you grew up with unless you have it depends on where you're going, but personally I would not have gone to Vancouver unless I had all of the money in advance to get through the program and the living expenses. I wouldn't do it. And everyone feels like they have to keep up with this game, but actually that's assuming that the knowledge is stored here and that you have nothing to contribute to the scene, which is absolutely not true. This is a place that facilitates structured learning and is meant to make you produce things that add value to society as a whole. And so you don't want to get caught up in that I have to buy my education situation if you really don't have the money. If you don't have the money, wait, because if you really want that education bad enough, you'll find a way to finance it that is above board. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll chat later. Bye.